Good day guys, I am Borja from Bsit 2103, and for today's video, I am going to answer the activities here in chapter 9. First, the activity entitled Compare TCP and UDP Characteristics. Instructions: drag each characteristics to its TCP or UDP delivery method. TCP is a heavyweight connection requiring 3 packets for a socket connection and handles congestion control and reliability, while UDP is a lightweight transport layer designed atop an IP. There are no tracking connections or ordering of messages. Let's start. Less overhead. I think this is in UDP. Connectionless. This is also on UDP. Fast transmission requirements. This is on UDP also. Sequence message segments. This on here TCP. No acknowledgement of receipt. This also on UDP. No order delivery. It is also in UDP. Guaranteed delivery. This is on TCP. Flow control, session establishments, and order delivery are also on TCP. Let's check if my answer is correct. All of them are correct. And here is the second activity in chapter 9 entitled TCP connection and termination process. Transmission control protocol or TCP connection termination. When the data transmission is complete and the device want to terminate the connection, the device initiating the termination places a TCP segment. Segment is the name of the data packet and transport layer if the protocol is TCP with a FIN flag set to 1. Let's start. If this PCA send SYN, then the PC2 will receive also SYN. And when the PCB send SYN and ACK, then it will receive also SYN and ACK. Let's try if this ACK sends to PCB, then it will also receive ACK. Let's check if my answer are all correct. All of them are correct. So let's try this figure 2. If PCA send FIN, then PCB will receive FIN also. And if PCB send ACK, Then PCA will automatically receive ACK also. PCB will send FIN, so the PC1 will also receive FIN rather. If PCA send ACK, then PCB will automatically receive ACK. Let's check if my answer are all correct. All of them are correct. This is the third activity in chapter 9, which is entitled TCP UDP RBOT. Instructions: drag the application layer protocol to its transport layer delivery method, which is TCP UDP RBOT. TCP and UDP are both transport layer protocols. TCP is a connection-oriented protocol and provides reliable message transfer. UDP is a connectionless protocol and does not guarantee message delivery. The first one is HTTP. HTTP is in here at TCP. HTTP stands for Hypertext Transfer Protocol. It is the protocol used to transfer data over the web. The second one is Telnet, and I think this is also in TCP. The third one is FTP or File Transfer Protocol. This is also in TCP. File Transfer Protocol is a standard network protocol for the protocol used for the transfer of computer files between a client and server on a computer network. DHCP is in here at UDP. This one is SMTP. I think this is also in TCP. SMTP is Simple Mail Transfer Protocol. This is the protocol that is communication protocol for electronic mail transmission. SNMP. I think this is bot. DNS. DNS is also bot. DNS is domain name system. It is a hierarchical and decentralized naming system for computers, services, or other resources connection to the internet or a private network. VoIP. I think this is in UDP. TFTP. This is UDP. TFTP is trivial file transfer protocol. It is a protocol layer on the user datagram transfer protocol or UDP used over the internet protocol, which is IPv4 or IPv6. The last one is IPTV. This in UDP. IPTV is the Internet Protocol Television. It is a system through which TV services are delivered using the Internet Protocol suit over a packet switch network such as LAN or the Internet, instead of being delivered through traditional terrestrial satellite signal, and cable television format. And let's check. All of them are correct. I will explain the meaning of these three. ACK stands for acknowledgement. In data networking, telecommunications, and computer buses, an acknowledgement or ACK is a signal that is passed between communicating process. Computers are devices to signify acknowledgement or receipt of message as part of a communication protocol. SYN or also ACK. Short for synchronize. SYN is a TCP packet sent to another computer requesting that a connection be established between them. If the SYN is received by the second machine, an SYN or ACK is sent back to the addresses requested by the SYN. Lastly, if the original computer receives the SYN or ACK, a final ACK is sent. SYN is short for synchronized, like what I've said a while ago, and it is the first step in establishing communication between two systems over the TCP or IP protocol. When a server receives a SYN request, it responds with SYN to ACK, which means synchronized acknowledgement message. FIN. Why is the FIN flag in TCP called FIN? FIN is an abbreviation for finish. In the normal case, each side terminates its end of the connection by sending a special message with the FIN or finish bit set. While ACK is like what I've said a while ago.